You are listening to Huddling with the Herd on KYNT, a weekly recap of Yankton High School athletics. Huddling with the Herd is brought to you in part by Mount Marty University, At the Bar, FNBO, Avera, Parker Hannafin, Olson's Pest Technicians, Farmers Union Insurance, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance, Vision Care Associates, Explorers Credit Union, Slowy Management, Mason Schramm and the Move Group, MT&RC Smith Insurance, Triple Time Rudy's, Vision Real Estate, First Dakota National Bank, Yankton Medical Clinic, the UPS Store, Hy-Vee, First Chiropractic Centers, Pizza Ranch, and Missouri River Associates. Now, broadcasting live from KYNT Studios, it's Huddling with the Herd with KYNT Sports Director Brayden Butler.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here from KYNT Studios in Yankton on Broadway. I am Brayden Butler. And my voice is not sounding normal. Now it's fine. Little cough I had to get in there, but I digress. Sorry about that. But this is Huddling with the Herd, KYNT and KYNT-TV. We're live from KYNT Studios on Broadway in Yankton. Thank you for joining me for what is the penultimate Huddling with the Herd of the 2025-26 athletic season. Yeah, we are down to the very end of it here on KYNT and KYNT-TV. High school baseball just wrapped up, and I know Legion baseball is starting, but high school baseball just wrapped up. Tennis wrapped up over a week ago now. Softball had their season come to an end on Tuesday in the Sodak 16. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. And track and field ending their season right now. They're up in Sioux Falls. They're at Howard Wood Field for the third and final day of the Class AA state championships out there. And Yankton Gazelles Golf will be the last team to have their season come to an end as they have the state tournament Monday and Tuesday of next week. So that's coming up here very, very quickly. So it's been a fun year being a part of Huddling with the Herd. My first year getting to host the show and, you know, working through the issues and the hiccups and quite literally, in the case of about 2 minutes ago, the coughs. But I digress. It's been a lot of fun to be a part of this show for this year, and I'm excited to see what next year has in store. But this is not the final episode. Like I said, we'll have one more episode next Saturday for Huddling with the Herd. That will be your spring season finale. We're going to go over everything from baseball to softball, track and field, golf, and tennis at Yankton High School. But we'll wrap up a couple of those today, but then we'll go more in-depth next week as well. And I'm hoping to have every coach have an interview next week. I'm hoping for that. I will try to get it done. But we'll see how that works out. But we got plenty to talk about today. And it's going to be a lot of fun today. So you're listening to Huddling with the Herd, KYNT, KYNT-TV. Good Saturday morning, everybody. We're back in a couple minutes, and we're going to start things off with Yankton Bucks baseball as they made their first state semifinal appearance in, I believe, over a decade for high school baseball. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. This is Huddling with the Herd, KYNT, KYNT-TV.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care, whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers, see you. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit ExplorerCU.com to join the journey today.
At Mount Marty University, students get real support and real opportunities.
Hi, I'm Maya, and I'm a business major at Mount Marty University. The professors here at Mount Marty are just amazing. They're very good about supporting me through future internships and jobs that they try and line me up with, and they also provide real life experiences in the classroom through projects and speakers and things like that.
Start your journey online at mountmarty.edu.
Spring is here and the games are just getting started. From baseball season in full swing to NHL and even golf, At the Bar has it all on. Add in local matchups and more, and there's always a game worth watching. With TVs everywhere and a welcoming hometown feel, it's the perfect place to kick back and enjoy the game. So bring your friends, settle in, and be part of the crowd, where every cheer feels a little louder and every moment a little better together. You can watch the game anywhere, but the real fans gather at the Bar in downtown Yankton.
Buying your first home? That's a big moment. A happy, feel-good, when's the housewarming party moment. When you're ready to look for a home, start with a local FNBO mortgage lender. We're here to answer questions, personalize the experience, and share our expertise so you can focus on your search. Start your application and get pre-qualified now at fnbo.com. Your mortgage moment is just around the corner, and FNBO will be there every step. Visit our nearest branch or go to fnbo.com. FNBO is an equal housing lender.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
I'm Chris, the plant accountant here with Parker of Yankton. So let's do some math. 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year, that's 2,080 hours. With our night shift pay differential of $2.35 an hour, that comes out to over $400 extra in your pocket every month. Nearly $5,000 extra dollars a year just for working the same job on a different shift. Same work, same team, just more in your paycheck. Join us and let the math work in your favor. Learn more at parker.com/careers.
Parker, engineering your success.
Do you have a pest problem? Bed bugs, bats in the attic, termite damage, earwigs? Olson's Pest Technicians can tackle any of your pest problems. Family owned and operated with over 80 years of pest experience in South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa. Proven pest methods include Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatments for bed bugs. Even the toughest pest infestations don't stand a chance. Olson's Pest Technicians, putting pests to rest since 1966. Call 800-KIL-BUGS.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYNTV. This is Huddling with the Herd. Brayden Butler here for you today, and we're going to kick things off, or I guess first pitch things off. I don't know. Easier things to say, I bet, but I digress. It's baseball to start things off today. We'll talk about last week's state tournament. First semifinal appearance in over a decade for the Yankton Bucks at the high school level for Class A. On Friday, in their first game of the state tournament, I know we talked about this a little bit last week, but in case you forgot, it was a 2-1 win in extra innings over Rapid City Stevens for the Yankton Bucks. Impressive showing for them. They went up against Brady Waddell, who is one of the best pitchers I've seen at the high school level live. He was consistently hitting 90 mile an hour. I think he even hit 92 at one point on his fastball. That's a very, very lively fastball for the Class A high school level. But Yankton was able to get one run on him in the first, and then after he was taken out in extra innings, Sam Goki walked things off with a sac fly RBI. Goki also threw 7 innings on the mound with 6 strikeouts. So it was 1 for 3 at the plate, scored a run, and drove in the winning run on the sac fly RBI. Easton Feeser had the other RBI on the day. He went 1 for 3, driving in Goki in the first inning. On Saturday, though, Yankton's high school season would unfortunately come to an end. A 6-2 loss to Watertown in the state semifinals for them. Sam Goki and Easton Feeser both hit the ball well at the plate, but it wasn't enough in the end. Goki 3 for 4 with an RBI. Feeser went 2 for 4. Jackson Kudera and Beck Reichen both had a hit and a run scored between the two of them. Yankton, like I said, ends the high school season with their first state semifinal appearance in over a decade, a 21-5 overall record, and the Class A player and pitcher of the year in Sam Goki. Goki is the first ever back-to-back Class A player of the year, And his numbers, you can see why he's been back-to-back player of the year. So at the plate, a 486 batting average for Goki, a 1.229 OPS, which is your on-base percentage plus your slugging percentage, 23 runs scored, and then on the mound, he had 6 starts, was a perfect 6-0, came in relief three times. One of those times he earned a save, had 46 strikeouts to 4 walks, a 0.651 ERA, a 0.65 WHIP, which is walks plus hits per innings pitched, and a .161 batting average against. I can't even do that on the MLB The Show video game. The kid was exceptional this year, and he's going to keep doing it for the city of Yankton. He's going to Mount Marty University, so he's going to keep playing at Riverside Field. Head coach Josh Tyker over at Mount Marty has a good one coming in Sam Goki. Switching our attention for baseball, it's the Legion season starting up. They start their season tomorrow for Post 12. They are on the road against Huron Post 7. I got to get more well-rounded in the post. I'm pretty sure it's Post 7 for Huron. Pierce Post 8, Yankton's Post 12, Brandon Valley's Post 131, and the rest, we get there when we get there. We'll find them as they come along. But that starts tomorrow on the road at Huron for Yankton Post 12. Doubleheader, I believe, beginning at 11 a.m. in Huron. But good luck to the Yankton Bucks, congratulations to the Yankton Bucks on their high school season, and good luck to Yankton Post 12 on their Legion baseball season getting started tomorrow. Our first coverage for Legion baseball is actually on Monday when Yankton hosts Brandon Valley Post 131. There's a reason I knew Brandon Valley's posts. But that's the defending state champions at the high school level. A lot of that team coming back over for the Legion season. Brandon Valley would go on to win the Class A high school state championship 4-3 in a good game against Watertown on Saturday night. But that's going to wrap up baseball coverage here on Huddling with the Herd on KYNT and KYN-TV. And we're going to go back to a quick break. When we return, we're going to go to the other bat and ball sport for softball as they were in the Sodak 16 earlier this week. You're listening to Huddling with the Herd, KYNT, KYN-TV.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury,
check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet.
From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Located on Summit Street across from the high school.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision too. That's why State Farm agent Rhonda Westland is right here in Yankton to help you select the right protection at the right price. Rhonda will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call her. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. We offer expertise and experience, where your long-term eye care is our concern. State-of-the-art technology, where we never lose sight of quality. Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers, see you. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit ExplorerCU.com to join the journey today.
There's a lot happening this summer in Yankton, from fun at the lake to the exciting 250th celebration, riverboat days, and much more. Whether you're planning a weekend escape or have friends and family visiting, book a stay at the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. Both hotels are centrally located, just minutes from shopping, restaurants, and all the summer action. For great rates and flexible reservation options, call the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express Direct.
Welcome back here on Huddling with the Herd, KYNT and KYN-TV. Let's talk about Yankton and Gazelles softball as their season, unfortunately, came to an end on Tuesday. Still an impressive season for them, a SODAC 16 appearance for the Gazelles, but they did fall to O'Gorman in the SODAC 8-3. That game taking place up in Sioux Falls. Yankton recorded 9 hits as a team. Brooklyn King accounted for 2 of those, for 2 of Yankton's runs, as she drove in Jocelyn Behrens and Kyra Churchma with a triple late on in that game. Yankton ended their season with a 9-12 overall record and a SODAC 16 appearance, while O'Gorman was able to move on to the Class AA state tournament with the victory. Some good news, though, for the Yankton Gazelles softball program, and a couple very good softball players in the program getting recognition, as Kyra Churchma was named ESD All-Conference following her senior softball season, while teammate Brooklyn King earned an honorable mention for her junior year. Churchma was a 4-year starter for the Gazelles. This season, she tallied a .446 batting average, had 21 RBIs, scored 16 runs, stole 7 bases, and launched 2 home runs over the fence. Brooklyn King in her junior year earned an honorable mention, seeing as she hit .383 on the season with 22 RBIs and 10 runs scored. King will be back next year for the Gazelles, but unfortunately, Kyra Churchma, her impressive softball career comes to an end. You don't see a lot of 4-year starters in a lot of sports, so that is impressive for her to be able to do that and be such a key factor for the Gazelles for the entirety of her high school career. As I believe 4 years ago would have been the first year softball was sanctioned in South Dakota as well. So the entire time softball has been a sanctioned high school sport, Kyra Churchman has been playing very, very well for the Gazelles. She is one of 3 seniors on this year's team: Madison Musfelt, another senior, and Eliza Gurney, rounding out this year's senior class for the Yankton Gazelles. While on the topic of softball, though, we'll take a quick look at what the Class AA state tournament looks like, as that is coming up. That one starts on June 4th. That is next Thursday, and it will run through June 6th. That's next Saturday at Bowden Field on the campus of Augustana University, which, if you listen to our baseball coverage this past week for the high school tournament, Bowden Field is about 15 feet from the baseball field of Ronkin Field. So it's a nice little complex they got there for Augustana University. Looking at the Class AA state tournament bracket, only one low seed won their SODAC 16 game. That was the 9 seed Sioux Falls Lincoln. So they'll face number 1 Sioux Falls Jefferson in round 1. Number 2 Harrisburg will face number 7 O'Gorman. Number 3 Sioux Falls Washington, and number 6 Rapid City Stevens. And in the 4-5 matchup in the opening round, Brandon Valley, the 4 seed, against Sioux Falls Roosevelt, the 5 seed. But that wraps up Yankton Gazelles softball, and their season here on KYNT and KYN-TV are here for Huddling with the Herd. Yankton was impressive this year. They finished 10th in the class, a 9-12 overall record for them, and just another good year for Yankton Gazelles softball. Head coach Joe Muth is running that program well, has the team moving well, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for the Gazelles out on the diamond. Once again, 3 seniors this year: Kyra Churchma, Madison Musfelt, and Eliza Gurney. Churchma earning all ESD recognition in her senior season. I don't believe they've released All-State yet. I could be wrong. I will. Google is free, and there are several computers in the studio, but I don't believe they've released All-State yet for softball, and it does. Yeah, it looks like the most recent one I can find online is from last year. So I haven't released All-State yet, or at least not that I can find. When they release that, if any Yankton players make it, you'll see it on KYNT's social medias, our Facebook or on our Twitter as well, and also online at kynt1450.com. You're listening to KYNT. You're watching on KYNT-TV. This is Huddling with the Herd, presented by Explorers Credit Union. Proudly serving Northeast Nebraska and Southeast South Dakota. Discover the difference with them at explorerscu.com. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we're talking Yankton Bucks tennis and Yankton Gazelles golf. One state tournament taking place last week. One state tournament taking place in a couple days. So those are the next things we'll talk about here on Huddling with the Herd. This is KYNT, KYN-TV.
Buying a home isn't just about real estate. It's about investing in yourself. At the Move Group, we believe the best time to buy is when it makes sense for you. Our expert agents put people before transactions, meaning we listen first, provide honest guidance, and help you make a confident decision. No pressure, no gimmicks. Markets change, but the right home is about more than just numbers. It's about finding the right fit for your life and your future. When you're ready, we're here to help. Contact the Move Group today.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
There's a difference when a convenience store is locally owned, and you feel it the moment you stop at Triple Time Rudy's. You'll get great quality fuel to keep you on the move, plus local and regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner Lockers. It's the kind of place that's convenient and connected to your community. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling your community.
Hi, I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate. If you're thinking of selling your home, let's start with a full market analysis so you can understand our local market trends and know what to expect. Let me handle the details so you can focus on your next adventure. When it's time to move, pack those Vision boxes and hook up to our courtesy trailer. Call me, Deb Speck, at 605-664-5555.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Life doesn't slow down for injuries, and neither should your care. With Yankton Medical Clinic Orthopedic Walk-In Care, you can be seen quickly, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. No referrals, no long waits, just experienced, highly trained surgeons ready to help you heal and get back to what you love. And because we live right here in Yankton, your care stays close to home. I'm Dr. Jeremy Kudera, orthopedic surgeon with Yankton Medical Clinic. I'm proud to call Yankton home. We're your orthopedic team, and we're here for you.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. We're going to talk Yankton Gazelles golf and Yankton Bucks tennis now here on the broadcast. We'll start with Bucks tennis. That took place now over a week ago, but in case you missed last week's show and didn't see the state tournament results, Yankton fifth as a team for Class AA. They scored 222.5 points to take home fifth place. O'Gorman would win the team title at 484, just edging out Harrisburg at 482. How Yankton finished, though, at each of their flights for singles and doubles play. Harrison Kraske finished 2-2 at Flight 1 singles. He took home sixth place. Luke Moeller was the consolation champion at Flight 2 singles. He ran the table after an opening round loss. So any Packers fans from a few years ago will love that term. Shout out Aaron Rodgers, I guess. I hate it. I'm a Cowboys fan, but, real game, recognized game, am I right? But Luke Moeller ran the table, consolation champion at Flight 2 singles. Chris Rockney, sixth place at Flight 3 singles. He finished the tournament with a 2-2 record. Ethan Marsh did the same at Flight 4, sixth place finish with a 2-2 record. Jack Pedersen would fall in the fifth place semifinals at Flight 5 singles. And Zane Becker, the highest individual finish. He placed 5th at Flight 6 as a freshman. Went 3-1 for the tournament. In doubles play, the tandem of Kraske and Moeller finished 6th at Flight 1 doubles. The duo of Rockney and Marsh finished 4th at Flight 2 doubles. And at Flight 3, Jack Pedersen and Zane Becker, the highest finish for the Bucks on the week, 3rd place at Flight 3 doubles. So congratulations to all the Yankton Bucks on their successful seasons, their successful careers. So 5 of those 6 that competed for the Bucks at the state tournament are seniors. Zane Becker, the only non-senior, he is a freshman, and we'll see what his sophomore season and beyond has in store for him. Most likely going to be moved up the flight list a little bit from Flight 6 to potentially all the way up to Flight 1, depending on how things work out. But with the 5 guys in front of him, all seniors, it's going to be an overhaul in the Yankton tennis program next year moving forward. But they got a great head coach. Coach Haig does a fantastic job with his team, both obviously in the spring season with the Bucks, but also in the fall season with the Gazelles. So you got a fantastic coach over at Yankton High School. That should go well as transition into the future. Heavy turnover next year for the Bucks tennis program. Switching our attention now to Yankton Gazelles golf. They had the ESD Conference Tournament earlier this week. They shot a 367 as a team to place 5th at the ESD Girls Golf Tournament in Aberdeen. Yankton was led by a pair of all ESD honorees. To earn an all ESD recognition, you have to finish inside the top 15 at the ESD Conference meet. Elia Homestad led the way. She placed 13th, shooting an 85 for the tournament, and Sabrina Kraske was 15th at 87. Rounding out team scoring for the Gazelles, Jocelyn Elwood shot a 97 and Bailey Anderson shot a 98. Also competing for Yankton but not factoring into the final team score, Harper Anderson shot 100 and Olivia Woods finished the day at 107. Looking at the team title as a whole, Aberdeen Central would claim the team title at shooting 301 for the tournament. Mitchell's Maddie Childs would take the top spot individually. She shot a 3-under 69. State tournament for Yankton Gazelles golf, like Class AA golf in general. It's not just the Gazelles competing, but it'll be held in Watertown Monday and Tuesday. I believe that's up at the Cattail Golf Course. Yes, it is. Cattail Golf Course in Watertown. 9 a.m. start time on Monday. According to the YHS website, 9 a.m. start on Tuesday as well. Good luck to the Yankton Gazelles and their golf program as they compete at the Class AA state tournament this coming week, just a couple days away. They get started on Monday, and then they wrap up on Tuesday in Watertown. We're going to take one final break here on KYNT and KYN TV. When we come back, we have a lot to talk about because track and field has been busy. The state tournament underway. It started on Thursday, and there are a lot of Bucks and Gazelles that have competed, and we're going to go through all of them so far here on KYNT and KYN TV. That's coming up in a couple minutes. This is Huddling with the Herd. I'm Brayden Butler.
A local business owner came into the UPS store with a large shipment of products for his online store. While they packed everything securely, he asked if they could also handle the international shipping. The answer? Of course they can! For over 9 years, the UPS store in Yankton has been helping business owners with both their printing and shipping needs. Whether you're sending a package across town or across the globe, they've got you covered. So stop by the UPS store in Yankton and ask about them about their shipping services or current print specials.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
It's easy to fall into the weekend warrior routine. A long hike, a hard gym session, a pickup game, or a full day of yard work can feel productive until your body reminds you it hasn't been building up to that load. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. Injuries often happen when the demand suddenly outpaces what your joints and muscles are prepared for. Want to stay active without the setbacks? Visit First Chiropractic Centers today with offices in Yankton, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner, inspiring and empowering others to healthier living.
Practice, meetings, errands, homework. life doesn't slow down. That's why Yankton Pizza Ranch makes dinner easy. Our buffet is hot, fresh, and ready when you are. Pizza, desserts, and the country's best chicken. When your schedule's packed but you still want something delicious, make it a buffet day at Yankton Pizza Ranch, serving daily from 11 to 8.
It's where life tastes better. Surround 'em up and head her down to the Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Ever have one of those days? Your car breaks down, your dog decides your couch is a chew toy, and oh yeah, a tree falls on your roof. Don't worry, Missouri River Associates has you covered. Auto, home, pet mishaps, we're here for all of life's little oops moments. Call 665-6885 for your free quote. Because life happens, and we're ready for it.
At Vision Care Associates, we're always improving our technology for the health of your eyes. With OptiMap dilation-free exams, you get a comprehensive view of your retina without the need for dilation eye drops. It's quick, easy, and best of all, it keeps your day interruption-free. OptiMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. Book your OptiMap exam now.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Welcome back here on Huddling with the Herd, KYNT and KYN TV. Taking a look at Yankton track and field now. It's been a busy week for the Bucks and Gazelles. The state tournament or state championships taking place in Sioux Falls right now up at Howard Wood Field. Yankton Bucks and Gazelles already have a couple medalists at a few events. They have some qualifiers for the finals as well today. So we're just going to go day by day, event by event here. And I'll let you know who on Thursday performed well, who on Friday performed well for this weekend at the state meet. Starting on Thursday, Quinn Brinkman earned a top 8 spot. She placed on the podium with a third place finish in the girls triple jump. She cleared 37 feet and half an inch for 11.29 meters if you prefer the metric system in the girls triple jump. William Rounds took a podium spot in the boys pole vault. He placed fourth, clearing 14 feet even. Miles Drossman would qualify for the finals in the boys 110-meter hurdles. He finished fourth in the prelims at 14.96 seconds. Juliet Remington just off the podium. She placed 12th in the girls triple jump. Maddie Tarashinsky was 24th in the girls shot put. The girls 400-meter relay team of Riley Mosier, Charlie Madsen, Reina Gutierrez, and Berkeley Olson placed fifth in their prelims, qualifying for the championship race with a time of 49.52 seconds. The boys 3,200-meter relay team of Luke Feimer, Owen Eidsness, Brighton Olson, and Isaac Paulson, they placed ninth with a time of 8:23.51. They finished just outside of a podium spot there. The girls 3,200-meter relay team, Rylan Jackson, Avery Woosterwald, Abby Johannesson, and Caitlin Peterson, placed 10th. They had a time of 10 minutes, 3.13 seconds. The boys' 1,600-meter sprint medley team of Jack Brandt, Abel Bryan, Tegan LaCroix, and Owen Isis would place 11th with a time of 3 minutes, 38.17. And the girls' 1,600-meter sprint medley team of Charlie Madsen, Avi Seiler, Ava Henricks, and Kaylin Peterson placed 13th in their event. That's just Thursday's results for the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles. An impressive day, a couple medalists. Congratulations for podium finishes for Quinn Brinkman and William Rounds and the girls triple jump and the boys pole vault. Miles Drossman qualified for a race that takes place today, the championships, the finals for the 110-meter hurdles, and also the girls 400-meter relay team, Riley Mosier, Charlie Madsen, Reina Gutierrez, and Berkeley Olson, placing fifth in their prelim to qualify for the championship race in the 4x1. On Friday, Luke Feimer placed 23rd in the boys 3,200-meter, and Isaac Larrington placed 24th in the same event for the Bucks. Also on Friday, the girls 4x200-meter relay team, Riley Mosier, Charlie Madsen, Reina Gutierrez, and Berkeley Olson finished 9th in the prelims. They barely missed out on a spot in the finals. It was 0.27 seconds away from finishing in the top 8 and qualifying for the finals for them. The boys 4x200-meter relay team, Abel Bryan, Carson Crawl, Landon Merkel, and Braxton Hoover would place 13th in their prelim race with a time of 1 minute, 33.73 seconds. Riley Mosier was 14th in the girls' 400-meter prelims. Jack Brandt just missing out on the boys' 400-meter finals, finishing 9th in his prelim race. Also in that event, Owen Eisnes placed 14th and Tegan LaCroix placed 15th. Avery Woosterwald was 18th in the girls' 800, followed by teammate Rylan Jackson in 24th. In the girls' 200-meter prelims, Charlie Madsen placed 20th. Jack Brandt also in the boys' 200-meter prelims, he placed 11th. A busy day for Brandt. Berkeley Olsen would earn a podium finish in the girls' long jump. She finished 7th, while Quinn Brinkman, just off the podium, finished 12th. Tegan LaCroix was 13th in the boys' long jump for the Bucks. The Yankton's boys' 1,600-meter relay team, this is the 4x4. Tegan LaCroix, Abe O'Brien, Owen Eisnes, and Jack Brandt placed second in the prelims. They qualify for today's final. I believe it was just over a 3:26 for them. And Yankton's girls' 1,600-meter relay team just outside of the finals. Riley Mosier, Berkeley Olsen, Ava Hendricks, and Raina Gutierrez placed 10th as a team in that prelim. That's the girls' 4x400. State championships conclude today at Howard Wood Field. See if I get the actual schedule for you guys. Get an idea of when some of these events are starting up. You know, Google is a great tool, and computers are awesome when they want to work. But just watching this page try to load consistently over and over, it can be a little frustrating, but I digress. Now looking at the schedule for today, when events are supposed to start up at Howard Wood Field. This is once again in Sioux Falls. Today's events for track events, we start with the 100-meter hurdles finals for the girls. That starts at 10 a.m. The boys 110 hurdles finals starts at around 10:15 a.m. So that'll be an event for Miles Drotzman. Events do get started at 9 a.m. this morning. It'll be the AA girls javelin getting started things off this morning. 9 a.m. at Howard Wood Field. Nobody from Yankton competing in that. The boys high jump also getting underway at 9 a.m. Yankton will have Sawyer Maibaum competing in that event. The boys shot put also at 9 a.m. That's all for Class AA. And then the field events got to take a lull until 11:30. The girls high jump, Quinn Brinkman competing in that at 11:30 a.m. She's one of the top seeds in the event. She cleared a 5.7 at one point this year. For some reason, I'm realizing this is giving me last year's results when I was looking at some of this stuff. But yeah, so disregard timing. But everybody that I mentioned would be competing in those finals. Will compete in those finals. So I digress there. But you're listening to Huddling with the Herd, KYNT and KYN-TV. Little embarrassing end of the thing here. I'm not going to lie to you. But we'll power through it the best we can. That action gets started 9 a.m. this morning. Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls for the track and field varsity state tournament. Looking at next week's activities schedule, there are some Gazelles Volleyball Academy and Gazelles Basketball camps throughout the week. Gazelles Golf State Tournament begins at 9 a.m. on Monday, wraps up Tuesday up in Watertown. And looking at the rest, there's a City of Yankton Youth Tennis Program and a City of Yankton Youth Track Program throughout the week as well. So obviously school is over, not as many activities around Yankton High School going on this week, but that's going to do it for today's edition of Huddling with the Herd. This is the penultimate Huddling with the Herd of the 2025-26 athletic year. It's honestly a little weird to me that it's over, but almost. But I digress. Thank you for joining me here today and all year long, KYNT and KYN-TV. Got one more show next week, and then we're going to put the bow on Huddling with the Herd until we come back in August for the 2026-27 athletic year. 2027 does not sound like a real year. But I digress. We're going to keep it rolling here on KYNT and KYN-TV. I've been Brayden Butler. Thank you for joining me. Until next week, stay safe, be good people.